What's up, Queer and Unusual? It's near midnight on Friday evening. I'm going to post this video early. And this week we are talking about coming out. I actually have a 13-minute coming out video, so I'll post that in the link below so you can check out my own personal one if you would like. Sorry, I'm kind of tired, so I'm kind of meh. I just went and saw the Hunger Games with friends. So I guess I'll just give you kind of like a brief overview. Um, I didn't necessarily come out to anyone first. My mom found out. She confronted me about something, which I'd rather not talk about. I didn't do anything with anybody, but it was just kind of embarrassing. Um, she confronted me about it, and this was about 3 years ago. And I thought I was bi, which I was bi. I knew I was bi, but I just said I thought I was bi. So I ended up talking to her, and I don't know. That kind of got pushed to the side, and then at the end of during my junior year of high school, I finally started to come to terms with who I was. I'd know I'd been bi for a while. I've always been bi in my opinion, but I knew for sure that nothing was ever going to change, and that was I wanted to be out sometime around the middle of my junior year of high school. But I actually did not, and I'm a senior right now. I actually did not tell anybody until May of last year. I was on a school bus trip with my friend Michaela. I was on a school trip to a museum, and on the way back, I had my friend Michaela come sit with me, and I basically just told her. And once I got that out, that felt incredibly amazing. That was awesome. Um, there's just so much of a weight off your shoulder. It was great. If I don't sound too enthused by this, yeah, I'm kind of tired. I said that already. Okay, so I then later went on to I hung out with my friends at a house, and I pulled two of them outside and told them at the same time as we were sitting on a road staring at the stars. And one of them didn't really have a reaction. The other one was kind of psyched about it. And so over time, throughout the summer and into starting my senior year of high school, I started telling some more people because I was finally more comfortable with it. I'd actually talk to my mom again to make sure she understood that this was who I was and is part of who I was. I didn't want to deny it any longer. So I talked to her about that. And her reaction wasn't the best, but she's gotten better with it over time. Um, and then since I'm going through this kind of rapidly, finally in January, I basically posted on Facebook. This isn't the best way to go about it, but on my interested in column, I check marked men to go along with women, which was already there. Um, and so it took a while, but I finally got a couple responses like, "Do you know that you have men marked?" Like people actually thought it was a joke because a lot of people view me as like the jock type or something like that. Like I'm not a big guy. I'm only 5'7". I weigh like 170 pounds, which I'm not skinny, but I'm 5'7". So, but at the same time, I play football. I started running back on the football team. Um, I played basketball. I played baseball. So people didn't, and I'm not a stereotypical in what a lot of people's mind would be. Anybody in the LGBT community. So it surprised some people. Some people, nobody's really given me a bad reaction about it. The worst people, I mean, not the worst per se, but the people who had to deal with it and who struggled with it the most have been my parents so far. I've had some interesting reactions from them, but that's just gonna be over time. I might get into that later. I don't know. My friends have been great. Other friends don't really care. I can talk to people about it, and they don't get too freaked out or anything like that. I actually helped to create a GSA at my school, which it's actually not an official club because where I live, we don't. It's not gonna pass, and it's not gonna be. I just right now, it's a good stage. We have an unofficial GSA where we just meet as a group in a classroom after school on some days, and that's pretty cool. And it's a good start, I think. It's definitely a good start to go, hopefully, to having something like a GSA at our school in the future. Um, what something else really interesting pertaining to this was we had a thing. We have this thing called mock congress where everyone in our senior class has a topic and discusses it, and we're trying to get a bill passed or someone's arguing against a bill. And gay rights slash adoption were put into the same bill, so marriage and adoption. And believe it or not, I think with about 75% of the vote of a class of around 90, about 75% of the class, I'd say, probably were voted for gay rights, in favor of gay rights. And I was astounded by that. And I think a big part of that was me. I mean, that sounds so horrible. I think the bigger part of it was a friend I have who, a lesbian friend at my school. She's freaking awesome and she's hilarious. Everybody loves her. She's done a lot to open people's minds up a little bit. And me, I honestly, I don't know. I've actually had people tell me that they've made me reconsider their views on homosexuality, and I think that's amazing. And I actually went up for a rebuttal in the argument, or in the after the speech about gay rights. And my intro, I just introduced myself really quick by saying, "Now it should be of no surprise to any of you all that I'm up here." So I actually got some people laughing at that because people knew about me, and some people didn't know. Some people actually asked me the next day and didn't know, so that was interesting. But coming out still an ongoing process. Mostly everyone I know knows. Some close family knows, some don't. But I guess you're kind of always constantly coming out throughout your life because it's I don't know. It's just not something people think about you, and sometimes it comes up. I don't know. I'm saying I don't know a lot. I'm tired. I'm gonna post this video and go to bed because I am having a family vacation in Hocking Hills, and it is gonna be sweet. We're gonna go jumping out of our cabin into a lake behind the cabin, going fishing, and making fires and hiking and all kinds of good stuff with a couple of my amigos. So if this is lacking in detail, or if anybody wants to talk about the coming out stories, you know where to find me. I'm gonna leave a link to my other coming out video, hopefully that explains a little bit more. So have a good weekend, and I'm on spring break. Yeah. Woo.